Selling your car to Carvana is as easy as...
As easy as pie?
Sure. All you have to do is enter your license plate or VIN.
As easy as a stroll in the park.
Okay, then just answer a few questions and you'll get a real offer in seconds.
As easy as singing.
Why not? Schedule a pickup or drop off and Carvana will pay you that amount right on the spot.
As easy as playing guitar.
Actually, I find that kind of difficult. But selling your car to Carvana is as easy as...
Can be.
Visit Carvana.com or download the app to get an instant offer today.
Well. Shopping for a car?
Yep, Carvana made financing a car as smooth as can be.
Oh, yeah?
I got pre-qualified instantly and had real terms personalized just for me.
Doesn't get much smoother than that.
Well, I got to browse thousands of car options on Carvana, all within my budget.
Doesn't get much smoother than that.
It does. I actually wanted a car that seemed out of my range, but I was able to add a cosigner and found my dream car.
It doesn't get much...
Oh, it gets smoother. It's getting delivered tomorrow.
Visit Carvana.com or download the app to get pre-qualified today.
You talk first. Do I talk first? Who talks first?
I think technically the lady who says recording in progress is the first person to talk. I think that's actually how that works.
You win. Wow. The loser sounds a lot louder. What's going on, Eric?
Hey, man, out here in what is now beautiful Texas, but a few days ago, we had a mini tornado situation.
A torpedo?
A torpedo. Yeah, it's just
torpedo.
Really weird weather. Went from being not cold, but just kind of like an average, low 60s kind of a day. It's just kind of whatever, to it got really, really dark, like nighttime dark. Yeah. And the clouds seem to go from 10,000 feet up into the air or whatever clouds are at. I don't know. Someone write in and tell me how high clouds are.
Well, they shouldn't really smoke that much. So
yeah, exactly. Right. So let's say it's 20,000 feet or whatever is where the average cloud sits. It dropped down to
2,000
2,000 feet. It was, these clouds were super low. And it started funneling, and air raids or tornado sirens were going off all over the place. And what was really funny is, I come home and I'm texting the family, and I'm like, okay, this is officially pretty weird weather, because how when you're driving in wind, your car kind of gets knocked out of its lane a little bit, but you kind of compensate, and you just we've all had that. This was 1 minute it's knocking me out of my lane to the right, 1 minute to the left, 1 minute it's causing me to speed up, 1 minute it's causing me to slow down. It was all over the place, and really weird hail, and it just started happening all weird. I'm driving and trying to get home, and I get home and the house is completely dark, not only because it's so dark outside, but because no lights are on. I'm walking into a really, really dark house. I'm like, what the hell? Because I finally got home and the family knew I was driving home in this nonsense. So I thought they'd be there to Father, are you okay, Father? Of course not. So I walk in the door and I'm wandering through the house and it's empty and it's dark. I'm like, where the hell is everyone? And then I see light coming out of the guest bathroom door. And I'm like, I guess someone's going to the bathroom. And I knock on the door. No one says anything. I crack it open. My entire family, my wife and my 2 girls and the dog, are crammed into the bathroom.
Bathtub, right?
Or just, no, they're just sitting on the floor of the bathtub. It's in the bathroom that's near the stairs, the smaller bathroom.
Oh, so okay.
So they're crammed in there with the dog. They have blankets, cell phone chargers, because of course, they need to charge the phones, 1 bag of potato chips, a bag of dog treats, and some blankets. And that's what they brought in with them. What
did they leave room for you, and what did they bring you?
100% no room for me. There was 0% for Dad, which was awesome. Second of all, I'm like, well, you guys can come out now. Everything's fine. It's just crazy weather, a ton of lightning outside, but I don't think we're gonna get hit by a tornado. And they go, nah, we're okay in here. And then they just close the door. They close the door in my face as I'm sitting there going, you can come out of the bathroom, scaredy cats. And so they stayed in there another 15 minutes.
Really?
And I'm like, I actually wander outside, which got them mad. That's
what I would have done too.
Yeah, I walked down the backyard, lightning is striking really close. And I'm like, okay, it's really time to go back inside. And
I'm gonna stand on a big puddle of water in my backyard.
and hold a golf club up in the air.
Yeah, right.
Well, so what was weird was, everything happened. It was crazy. And then all of a sudden everything cleared and it was sunny and beautiful. And we were actually outside sitting on the patio 20 minutes later.
I imagine you being like Mark Curry in Armageddon, when the very beginning of the movie where he's sitting there and it's like the first meteors are coming down and it's hitting people and he's like freaking out and he's like, oh my God, it's real. They're all going to kill us. We're going to die or whatever. Do you remember that reaction?
I do, but it was not that reaction. I had the guys. I don't like, all right, whatever. I'm going to get struck by lightning. I mean, we all know this. That's just the next step for me. So I don't really care. I mean, I don't know. I thought it was weird that they were hiding in the bathroom, but it made him feel better.
Here you go. Buses are blowing up. Cars are getting thrown everywhere. Where is he?
Somebody dial 911.
Well, that wasn't Mark Curry, but you get the idea.
Yeah. No. I was pretty calm. It was just like, I was white knuckle driving a little bit getting home, but that wasn't that bad. But yeah, well, man.
Good to know you had your hands on something.
Yeah. Well, only one hand on the wheel because what the other hand was doing. But yeah, that was just weird weather, but it's like par for the course because then like the next day it was 85 degrees.
Well, if you want to know how weird stuff is here with weather, it's like it was 90 yesterday. Today It's going to be about 90. And then next week it's supposed to drop back down to like 52 or 60 or something.
Wow. But you won't be here to experience it because you're going to be gone.
I am. I'm leaving California forever. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
Not yet. No. I'm going to Washington State. Actually, my buddy came down. Corey, he's here. He's sitting over there doing homework because he wants to be a grown up. And
what are you doing hanging out with grown ups like that? First of all, like
somebody's got to pay for the meal, dude.
I guess so.
He came down for a week just to hang out. He's on a little vacation, and then I'm going back up there for a week it was for opening day baseball, but fuck those guys. So we're going to go watch a Kraken game, which will be fun, the Seattle Kraken hockey game. And then, hang out for a few days in Seattle and then bounce down and go see my family, maybe go hunting a little bit, kill some turkeys or something, man.
Are you finding like, cause you seem to fly up there a lot. Are you finding like pretty cheap flights? Like, is it easy for you to fly up there?
Yeah, this is actually, I don't know how I got this flight. Actually, I was on the phone with Corey. I'm like, okay, let me just look up flights, right? I'm waiting for my son to get out of school. And I'm flying out of Ontario. So immediately I know shit, it's going to be expensive anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm not only flying out of Ontario, I'm flying into Seattle, driving over to where my parents live in the Tri-Cities, and then flying out of Pasco to Seattle, back home into Ontario. So I'm thinking the whole time, because I don't want to drive back to the mountain and stuff. I'm like, this is gonna be like $500 or $600, thinking, because the Avello or whatever line didn't have the right flights and dates or whatever. And then I Googled it, or I did Expedia, $170.
Wow.
Round trip out of a shitty airport. Jeez, on the way back. Yeah. So I bought it right then and I'm like, okay, I'll be up there. So yeah, no, I've been pretty good. The other deal was Avello out of Burbank and the Allegiant out of LA sometimes. Those are the airlines. But yeah, no, I'm going to go up there and
yeah, that sounds awesome, man. And speaking of opening day, I'm actually going to opening day as the guest of the Texas Rangers.
Who'd you sleep with?
The horse, the mascot.
Yeah, that would make sense.
When they say hung like a horse, they mean it. Because man, I'm walking crooked still. I should have said something different. I should have said, who did your wife sleep with? Also the horse. It was a fun night. No, I did a deal with the Texas Rangers for one of my alcohol products, and they wanted to kind of thank me for, giving them some business and all that kind of stuff. And so they gave me tickets to opening day in a suite.
Nice.
They specifically told me, because they know I hate the Texas Rangers, because I told them straight up, I said, we're doing business together, but I hate you. And I told them, I said, I'm an Angels fan. I'm a fan of your rival, and I absolutely hate and despise you, but do you want to do business together? And they laughed because they appreciated my honesty. They're like, most people try and come in here and bullshit us and tell us like, oh, I'm a huge fan. And I'm like, no, I pretty much hate your guts.
I like you.
I hate your guts, and I wish this building would burn to the ground, but let's do some business together. So they made the joke that I can't wear any Angels gear because these are like team tickets, right? So like I can't show up in a rival team's gear.
So you can't.
So
Okay,
because it's like that Seinfeld episode. You remember where Elaine wore the Baltimore Orioles hat? She got kicked out of her New York Yankees seats. It's a whole Seinfeld thing. Anyways, they said, yeah, like you can't wear any competing Major League Baseball teams products in like these suites because you're a guest of the Texas Rangers.
That's cool. For one, that you get to go, even though you are, a jackass when you meet people that you hate. Yeah. Two, opening day is what's the special thing about it? Is it going to be who are they playing? Is there going to be a president?
They're just playing. No. They're just playing the. I believe it's like the Colorado Rockies. It's an interleague game, but it's opening day. It's kind of like a special moment.
A flyover or something.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know what they're giving away, but I don't care. It's funny. Every time I go there, they try to give me free swag, and I just turn it down. And they say, we've never had anyone decline free stuff. I said, yeah, because why would I want to wear a Rangers hat and a Rangers jersey and Eric, we got a Rangers duffel bag for you. I'm like, no, thanks.
Take it and give it to me.
I don't want you wearing it either. How that's like, I'd rather sell you heroin.
Well, thanks for that. And by the way, can I get some?
Yeah, by the way.
But no. I mean, I could use them for like giveaways on the show and shit.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe I will take it. But speaking of stuff I want to mail you, remember how you tried to order that mosquito thing, but they wouldn't ship it to California?
Yes.
I'm going to try and order them, get them, and then mail them myself to California because I just bought a bunch and hung them in my backyard. And
do they work?
Reminds me, I think, we've been buying them every year. It works better than like the normal, like lighting citronella candles and bug off spray. So it works better than that, but nothing works 100% with mosquitoes, as you know. They will, they're evil little creatures.
Unless you eat a lot of garlic. Have you heard that before?
Yes, I've been trying. Now eating it's new to me. I thought you were supposed to stick each individual bulb in your rectum.
Which
is what I've been doing.
No, yeah, that's probably going to cause problems.
And rectum
doing that.
Rectum, it damn near killed him.
Oh my God! Wait, hold on. Do it again. Do it.
Okay, well, I want to hear you shot some pictures of you going to Disneyland. Now, I'm super jealous because I have not been to Disneyland and done any of the Star Wars stuff or anything. So I'm like super bummed that I have not been able to go. And you were just there doing something pretty cool, look like.
Yeah, actually, we were just there in December too. So we're feeling kind of lucky. We got to go to California Adventure for the iHeartRadio Coast 103.5 night because my wife works there on the weekend. So we got to go there. And that was fun. And then this one was for the Food and Wine Festival. And it's funny because we got this about 3 years ago, and it was literally the week before COVID hit and closed everything down. Wow. That was the first time we got to ride on Rise of the Resistance and all that stuff. And it was so dope, right? And then the food is just really good. So basically, it's a food and wine festival. They set up these carts all over through California Adventure. Beer, wine, liquors, cheese, crackers. I had some deep fried spinach artichoke dip.
Wow.
Which was really good. And then we had a vegan burger, which was bomb. Impossible Burger. But they're all small portions. So you get this little taste and sip and savor.
I don't know, man. I can't do the impossible stuff. Something seems weird about the fact that they're assembling this in a lab and they're trying to tell you it's good for you.
I know, but I don't know if it's good for me or not, but it tasted yummy. And I mean, it was just free. So that's a good thing. It was all of this is given to Evelyn through work. So we get to go and do all these things for free as long as we don't support, promote, talk about it on the radio and stuff like that. So we had a hell of a time. We didn't go on a whole lot of rides because it was packed. Like as if, remember that time you pooped your pants and they were overflowing?
Yeah.
Like that packed. And so we didn't want to wait in line for hours on rides we've been on before, but we also got to do the web slingers. We got VIP passes to that, which is boring, honestly.
And then, you didn't really like it. Tell me a little bit about that one, because they've been waiting to open all that for a while.
Here, I'll you just listen to me and do what I'm saying. Okay.
All
right. Pretend. Are you sitting down?
I can be, and I'm sitting.
Okay, cool. Now, you know how you put your two fingers like Spider-Man does into his palm where it shoots his webs?
Yes.
Okay. Now, put your elbows to your sides.
Okay.
All right. Now, shoot one right. Put your right arm out. Pull it back in. Put your left arm out. Pull it back in.
And then do the hokey pokey?
No, just keep doing that over and over again as fast as you can until your arms fall off, because that's all you do.
So you're just making the flick motion.
Yes.
The web flick motion to your right and to your left over and over again.
Yep, or right in front of you. You just keep doing it over and over again. So I'm
So
actually.
is it like the
doing
Buzz
motion right now.
Lightyear? Is it like the Buzz Lightyear one where you're shooting stuff, but you're shooting it with these fake webs from your hands?
Yes. Yeah, but there's no machine. It's just it picks up your whole visual movement, which is kind of cool. You don't have to wear anything or anything. Glasses. They give you glasses for 3D, but that's about it. So it's kind of lame a little bit. Because you're about after the first one, you're like, why am I doing this? You know, your arms are tired. You're like, I'm only going to kill a couple of these stupid spiders this time right now. But yeah, no.
But was it something for kids? Like, or, I don't know.
If you did it, you'd be like, man, I'm tired. And you wouldn't want to do it again.
Oh, okay.
It's like Toy Story. You know how Toy Story's fun, but at the end, your fingers are like throbbing.
And Toy Story has the line just moves really slow for Toy Story.
Yeah. Nah, the
like,
line,
even if there's not that many people, it's like it's an hour wait.
What also sucked with lines for food, but they have the new thing on the phone where you can mobile order your food, just go pick it up. So you can mobile order beer and just go pick it up. Yeah, I was drunk.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So you did the food and wine thing, but you didn't really ride much stuff. But hey, man, anytime you get to go to Disneyland and hang with the family, that's always kind of a good day. And speaking of hanging with family, my mom came to visit, which was always nice.
Wait, hold on. A couple things. Is that a metaphor for something?
No.
Okay. Another thing. I'm surprised she still talks to you.
Oh no! Listen, my mom loves me. I'm Italian, man. I'm a mama's boy. So, though my mom came to visit, which was really cool, and it was just one of those. It was needed, like my daughters needed to kind of hang with their grandma kind of thing, and yeah, it was just good times to have her out. And my kids' birthdays are coming up, so even though it's in a couple weeks, it was like this was her coming out for that kind of period. And no, it was great, and it was great to have her out, and just. I think hearing about back home and like how she comes out here and she goes, every time I come out here, I don't know why I don't move here. It's like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of how I felt, which is why we moved here. Like, it was like, why am I going back to Los Angeles? Yes, I love Disneyland and the beach, and we have friends and family there, but outside of that, I really don't like anything else about California. So
especially the gas prices at $6 something or
ours
$7
finally came down over these past few days. It's at $3.70 currently.
Oh yeah, no, we're over $5. You're lucky if you get it under $6.
She was showing me pictures that it's like $6.25.
It's lame, man. It's so stupid.
It's stupid, eh? It's funny. So we don't have the bullet train built that we've spent $2 billion on. Yeah. We have you have gas. You can't drive anywhere. So you can't drive anywhere. You can't get anywhere on public transportation. LA doesn't have a good public transportation system. And they're like, hey, everybody. Also, there's going to be food shortages. Inflation is up, and we might start World War III. But we also want you to continue to wear a mask. Like at a certain point, I think people are just going to be like, I am so tired of hearing your rules when you guys can't seem to get your shit straight. So
it's lame. I think that it's funny because you missed one thing about that whole rant is that when you do drive somewhere, you have to pay a toll or some sort of fee to get there quicker or to drive on a certain road.
And it's insane. The last time I was there and I saw what like those express lanes are going for. Yeah. Holy Jesus, sometimes it's expensive, like really insanely. And then when the express lane is jammed, I'd be really pissed if I paid like $7 to get in the express lane and then there was traffic in that lane.
Yeah, I went on there one time and paid like $7 and it was a street sweeper. I was pissed. But yeah, no, it does suck. I'm lucky I get to work from home. My wife only, works 6 miles away, no, like 4 miles away or something really close. And my car's electric, so I don't pay for gas really more than, filled up by maybe once a month.
Yeah. And that, I mean, obviously now's the time to do it. And by the way, speaking of cars, since you brought it up, an update to my torturing, my former car, or the guy who owns my former car. I stopped doing it for like 4 or 5 days. Okay. Did nothing in it. And then I started doing it every hour on the hour. So I went into my iPhone and I set an alarm to go off because I'm usually up before 6 a.m. anyways. So I set it to go for 6 a.m. and then every single hour on the hour all the way until like 8 or 9 p.m. So throughout the day, for about 4 or 5 days straight, I had an alarm going off every hour. And by the way, I would be in important business meetings and they'd be like, Eric, we're going to talk to you about this. We talk about that. And my alarm would go off. And I go, hold on a second, guys. And I'd check my phone and I'd hit a few things and I'd go back like, oh, you answering emails? I said, no, I'm torturing someone. But anyways, continue on. And I would just never explain myself. I would never explain what I was doing. I would just say, no, I'm torturing someone. And then I would leave it at that. So I did, I don't know if I told you last time, but I did drive my wife and kids over to the house. And, so where the person lives.
Oh, geez.
So,
that's a little weird.
Yeah, it is a little weird. So we parked on the street. So I parked, I've been going back there. I only went back there twice, but I parked on the street. I still got to figure out a way to do this and record video. I need a second phone there, but I don't want to make my kid an accessory. But like, I need someone else to videotape because my phone won't let me do what I'm doing and record at the same time. But I was able to get the person coming out of their house, staring at their car. And then while they're staring at it, I turn the alarm or I turn the horn off. And then they're just really, really confused. And by this point, they've got to be insanely frustrated over it's constantly going off.
You would think they'd be able to find you by now.
Yeah, by the way, I've thought that for real, especially because everyone in Texas owns guns. So
Except you.
Believe me, I'm definitely like thinking like, eventually there's gonna be a knock at the door and I'm gonna open it and it's just gonna be someone pointing a gun going, so you're the son of a bitch.
Yeah, so this was your car.
Yeah, yes.
Oh yeah, no, they will find you. And
I'm still waiting till they park at like a local store when I'm paying attention to its location and I see them at a store. I don't think I'm going to get in the car and move it. Maybe in my younger days I would have done that, but I can't get arrested. So, but I can screw with them out in the parking lot or I don't know. I'll figure out some other way, but I thought I would only do this for a couple of weeks and then I'd get bored of it. And actually it's really the only fun thing I do anymore.
Oh, wow. Thanks. This podcast is fun too.
This is a chore. This is hard work. I don't know if you know, everyone out there is listening. It takes hours of prep. Chris and I meet. Chris and I have a pre-Zoom meeting where we just discuss. It's what, hour, 2 hours at least every single. Well, we actually meet every day to prep for the once a week show. So it's a lot of work.
Kind of. I mean, we text each other stupid shit. Does that count?
Yeah, that kind of counts. But anyways, so I'm still having fun doing that. It's a blast. And I kind of wonder how long I can continue this before the guy like takes the car in and says like, I quit. I can't do this anymore. Yeah. Something's wrong.
What if it's a lease too? It would be awesome if you're like, no, everything's been wrong with this car. I don't want it anymore. Just take it back and give me all my.
And then I'll get another person that buys it and I'll just continue this on for years.
And then somebody will blow the car up.
Yeah, there you go. So, and then, that's really all I had on my end. I'm pretty excited about going to some movies. They rebuilt a movie theater near us that had closed for COVID. That actually was never open. I mean, as long as we've lived here, it was just never open and it just didn't survive COVID. And some company bought it and relaunched it. It's your typical, like, serves food in the loungers and, got drinks and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
Beer and all that. And it's really close to us. And so
not an Alamo Draft House, is it? Because those closed, I thought.
No, there's a bunch of those still open. And Alamo, in my opinion, is the best. Like, they are the originators and I think they get the concept the best. But this one's supposed to be really cool and the food's really good and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know, I'm literally trying to search around and find a movie that I would be interested in. So I don't know if you have
The Batman,
some movie suggestions of what we should maybe go try and see.
Have you seen The Batman yet? No? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Have you seen The Batman?
I have absolutely no interest in it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm sorry, guys. You've told the Batman story too many times. I'm done. And I don't like moody, like emo goth Batman or, emo Batman. I don't really like Robert Pattinson as an actor. There's just, and then the runtime. It's like, guys, I get bored. I have ADHD. Like, if you're going to keep me in a theater for 3 hours, it better be an Avengers event movie, or it better be something like one of my favorite movies of all time is The Godfather. And even I can barely sit through The Godfather without checking my phone. So like for me to go see a movie that it's like, oh, you're going to retell the story, but you're going to add a few twists. And by the way, you need 3 villains. How about this? Cut one villain out of the story and make it a 2-hour movie.
No, they actually had to have 3 villains so that one villain could get their own series on HBO Max.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is.
I
It's
know
just
that's
setting
what
it,
happened. Really, it
it's
really
setting up
happened.
the IP, the intellectual property, so that they can
Make more money,
make
charge
more
more for their streaming service, and
Yeah.
rape us all just a little bit more for Batman. But I haven't
Yeah.
seen it yet either. But I do. But I'm not
What
going to
about
go.
Lost City? There's a lot of stars in it. Have you
Yes.
seen Lost City?
My wife and my son watched it on. I think it was Wednesday night. They went and saw it in a 4D experience.
Ooh,
Now
4D.
said,
That's where it's not only 3D, but then someone pokes a finger up your butt from the seat. That's 4D.
I mean, close, but not necessarily. There's other things that happen, like it does a wind or a little bit of rain. There was a button next to on their chair that said water on, water off. But they said that the experience did add to the movie, but it was a really funny movie. And my wife said that Channing Tatum and what's her face? God, now I can't even remember. Sandra Bullock are great together.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I mean, like, so that might be one that we go see, because we were like looking around. And we're like, I pretty much am not interested in any movie that's out right now, but I want to go see a movie. So we're trying to find something.
Yeah, no, there's some other ones coming out soon. I would say just wait till is it May? We're getting Doctor Strange.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure, stuff will come out. There'll be some summer blockbusters and all that. I just think that because so many things release straight to streaming, you could always find, there's so many options that I'm already paying for. Why would I pay, $50 to go take some people to go see a movie that it's like, or I could just, I don't know. I just, I love the theater experience, but if you're going to make me pay that much for a movie, it better be an amazing experience, and it better be a good movie. And I'm tired of what, I don't know. I just haven't been liking what they've been releasing over the past couple of years.
There hasn't been a lot of really good stuff released. And I'm not just like saying Star Wars or Marvel or anything. I'm just saying like a lot of good, there's nothing buzzing. Like even the Batman movie wasn't buzzing that much, I don't think.
Oh.
But anyway, I would say go watch a different type of movie, but I have children in the room.
Ah. Yes. Or make your own movie. But yeah, no, so we're gonna go do that. I'm really looking forward to getting back to going to theaters. I've honestly only gone to theaters maybe 3 times since COVID started. And it's not because I'm like scared of COVID. I mean, you could like put COVID in a drink and I drink it. I don't give a shit. But like I just haven't been interested in going to a movie. So it's like I've only gone to like 3.
We actually felt the same way. But it was last year, last January, that we rented out a theater and for Cassie's birthday and watched Hamilton. And when we did that, Evelyn's brother got an idea. Him and his buddy rented it out because it's pretty cheap. You can watch whatever you want. They'll hook up your streaming service to it. We watched The Dark Knight, which was badass to see that in the movie theater again. So
oh yeah, that would actually be a great
that
idea.
was cool. So I would say if you can't find a movie, rent a theater and make your own movie. Do your own movie.
How much did it cost to do that?
It was pretty cheap then because they were closed mostly. It was like $150 for the room.
Wow.
And you can bring in as many people as you want, many people as it sits. So it's, they give us a theater with 250 seats. We have 250 people in. They're just going to get food for concessions and stuff. We bought beers. We bought stuff. They enjoyed it. So I say do that and then watch all of the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit in order, extended editions.
Oh, I think I'm going to rent out a theater and just put on the Spice Girls movie.
I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
Yeah, no, don't sing that voice again. That was really
okay.
Kind
Anyways, well, that's all I got. And so unless I get swept away by a tornado like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz.
God, I hope so.
I hope so as well, because God put me out of this misery. I will be back next week. If not, and I'm not back next week, that means I died.
Well, if I'm not around next week, it means my plane crashed. So we're kind of in the same boat.
Excellent.
Awesome.
All right, everybody. We'll go to thisisfunner.com and for all your entertainment needs. And of course, listen to this. My other podcast is on season, is it 8? Oh my goodness. I think it's season 8. Season 8 is out right now. We're about 2/3 of the way through the season. Give it a listen, rate, review, and subscribe. And of course, one of my favorites, Conversate with Us, where I basically just hear Chris and Evelyn talk about what they ate.
Yeah, and bitch about our kids. That's pretty much all I do.
There you go. Yeah.
All right, man. Go there and listen to Plus One Stories too. I got some really cool shows coming up with comedians that have been in the business for a while that have met many famous people. and they're going to tell the stories. All right, we'll talk soon.
All right, man. Later.
All right, later.
Selling your car to Carvana is as easy as...
As easy as pie?
Sure. All you have to do is enter your license plate or VIN.
As easy as a stroll in the park.
Okay, then just answer a few questions and you'll get a real offer in seconds.
As easy as singing.
Why not? Schedule a pickup or drop off and Carvana will pay you that amount right on the spot.
As easy as playing guitar.
Actually, I find that kind of difficult. But selling your car to Carvana is as easy as...
Can be.
Visit Carvana.com or download the app to get an instant offer today.
Well. Shopping for a car?
Yep, Carvana made financing a car as smooth as can be.
Oh, yeah?
I got pre-qualified instantly and had real terms personalized just for me.
Doesn't get much smoother than that.
Well, I got to browse thousands of car options on Carvana, all within my budget.
Doesn't get much smoother than that.
It does. I actually wanted a car that seemed out of my range, but I was able to add a cosigner and found my dream car.
It doesn't get much...
Oh, it gets smoother. It's getting delivered tomorrow.
Visit Carvana.com or download the app to get pre-qualified today.